Imagine being stuck in a square cell for days at a time your entire life, without controlling what you do or what you eat. On good days, random people take you out only to inject funny colored liquids into your stomach with large needles. And on bad days, they will chop off some of your fingers and freeze them only to try and sew them back on. This is what animals have to endure in research facilities across the nation. The rights of all animals should be important in society and not be neglected to enhance the lives of humans at the expense of another living being. Some facts that describe the cruelty research animals experience are horrible in written words. To visualize the cruelty would certainly affect even the strongest individuals. As stated by the Humane Society organization, it is estimated that more than 115 million animals worldwide are used in laboratory experiments every year. AnimalCruelty.com, a leading website on the harmful effects of tests performed on animals, notes that, although Americans do not realize this, they are putting money into the system, which adds up to about $5 billion a year. This money provides the supplies needed to perform these experiments. The website also mentions tests they perform are things such as pumping chemicals into an animal's stomach and putting rabbits through the Draves test, which blinds them by instilling products into their eyes. Out of those experiments and 100 others, only 3% of the medical research on animals has accounted for medical advances in this century. Many experiments are known to be held solely for the purpose of state and company regulations. SourceWatch, a website dedicated to the awareness of animal cruelty, notes that both the EPA and FDA require massive amounts of animal testing for the marketing of industrial chemicals, vaccines, and drugs. The site continues to explain that in order for companies to market fluoride products, they are required to swab the teeth of 200 rats with the test subject for 2 weeks. Then, their heads are directly placed in an oven to be baked for over an hour. SourceWatch also mentions that the FDA is responsible for the safety, effectiveness, and quality ensured in pharmaceutical and medical devices intended for human use. A major problem with animal experiments is that the results frequently do not apply to humans, but sadly, no law exists in the United States that completely bans the use of animal testing. There are several easy alternatives for testing products that do not include animals and are quicker, cheaper, and it does not matter the species. The National Institute of Environmental Health Sciences introduced alternative test methods that include the 3 R's: reduce, refine, and replace. These are simple steps animal testers can take to drastically lessen the harm found in testing facilities. The first R, reduction, stands for the need to decrease the number of animals required for testing while still obtaining the testing subjects. The second and third R stand for test methods that could replace animals with non-animal substitutes or refines the test subjects to a less highly developed animal species. For example, replacing a mouse with a fish. For tests that have to do with skin corrosion or the irreversible damage to the skin, rabbits have to go through unbearable pain caused from chemicals injected into their skin. Animal Cruelty further explains their plan by stating, as an alternative, using validated human skin such as epiderm or episkin could be a better idea. A substitute for pyrogenicity or fever and inflammation due to certain drugs could be in vitro hydrogen tests using donated human blood. Skin irritation tests, which creates large rashes on animal skin, could be replaced by the human skin path test. On the bright side, there are organizations forming to prevent not just experiments on animals, but animal cruelty altogether. PETA is probably the most widely known organization. Francis Collins, a member of PETA, advocates his point by stating, as of now, there is one weak law, the Animal Welfare Act, which does not protect rats, mice, birds, or amphibians. It still allows animals to be starved, electrically shocked, burned with a blowtorch, and driven insane as long as it is done in a clean environment. There are too many animals dying for the sake of humans. Scientists have been taking advantage of helpless animals and turning them into worthless test dummies. Every animal that suffers and dies in a testing facility is another opportunity lost to help save them. Each day is agonizing for these animals, and every day is another chance for someone to make a difference. Thank you.